Hey guys! Okay, so today I'm gonna be making a video, story time. Why did I just say video? Story time. That's what I'm gonna be doing. It's story time. So it was last year, and like the Kappas threw like a party, and I don't know why they threw a party, what it was for, but they threw it, and maybe it was like an end of the year bash. But anyways, so me and my friends, Brooke, Zai, and like their friends, we all get together, and they were like, so you have a ride there? And I was like, no, I was gonna take an Uber. And my roommate, and my friend Nikita, she didn't want to go. She was just whatever, she was just chilling. She was like, nah man, it's not my scene. And her and our mutual friend Dominique, Damoskizi I call her, she was like, they were like, nah, we're not gonna go, you have fun, be safe, you know, text us and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. And I get all cute, and they're like, damn, okay. Because, like, I'm, like, a t-shirt and a jeans girl, and, like, my hair was, like, my hair naturally is natural. And it was, like, pinned to the side. And I had these really cute pants and this really nice black peplum shirt. And they're like, okay, let's go. Well, they were still getting ready. I mean, and I'm just like, oh, you guys, the party, like, we need to get there now. And they're like, nah, man, we need a pregame. And I was like, okay, let's pregame, and you guys go do that. And I'm like, okay. Well, I'm sitting there, and they start rolling up, and we're off campus at this time. And we're at, like, Chavis, which is near our school, and, we're like, okay, this feels good, and, you know, we take a couple of I like took a couple of hits, but everyone else was like, the blunt was gone. I was like, y'all can't mess up the rotation. And so they like order the Uber, and the guy comes and he's like, are y'all going to the Kappa house? And I was like, there's a house? I thought it was like, I mean like, it's a, like, you know, for some reason HBCUs don't, like, frats, I guess, or the Divine Nine, a lot of them don't have like their own little houses, whereas like PWI would have like a whole street dedicated to like frats and sororities and all that stuff. They don't. I don't know why, or at least my school doesn't. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's liabilities and all that stuff. And so they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, there's a house? And this one girl was like, one of the friends was like, yeah, you didn't know that? I was like, no, because I don't go out. And they're like, so what do you mean you don't go out? I always see you at Coco's. I was like, no, that's not really going out. That's like, okay, well, I guess it is going out. Coco's was this like really good club to shut it down, and now everyone has to go to Divas, and it's like, that's a whole bunch of poppycock. Anyways. And so we're sitting in the car. He's like, yeah, man, you guys are like the fifth group that I had to drop off. And I was like, really? Like, this party is going to be lit. And he was like, yeah, the line is long. And then we get there. It was like a 5-10 minute drive. But like, if we were to walk or take the bus, it probably would have been like a 30-minute. And I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool. And the music was bumping, people had their cars open, like gas was everywhere. Like, what I mean, like gas, like people were smoking. And we like get in a circle, and we're like, okay, so we need to, like, you know, because like our buzz was kind of like going down. And then so Zai and Brooke, like, they both take out individual blunts, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be lit. So we literally had like, I don't know what to call it. It was like overlapping. So once you finish this blunt, the other blunt comes to you. And so I'm just like, okay, this is kind of cool. And I'm like, you know, I never like really partied at home, because, you know, that was not gonna happen in my mama's house. No. And plus, high school parties are so overrated. And so we were like, the line was really long too, and I seen like a couple of people, and like, you know, if you're like a sweetheart or whatever, a Kappa sweetheart, you got in for free. And like, if you bought tickets beforehand, like, you stand in the line, they let you in. But this place, when I tell you it was packed, it was packed. It was like the line from the front was lined like all the way to the back. and like wrapped around the house, and people were like climbing through windows. So Zai was like, okay, y'all, one of y'all stay here, and then, or a couple of you guys stay here, and then we're all just gonna go in. Or she, like, cause someone opened the window, and I was like, oh, cause she was like, I'm gonna go through the back and open the window so that everyone else could get in. And I was just like, oh, I'll stay, cause I was like, I didn't want to get kicked out. I ain't got time for this. Like, I ain't got to ride home, like, unless like with you guys, but with you guys. And so like my mom always taught me, like, if you have a way there, you need to make sure you have a way back. And I was like, I ain't got time for this. I already owe Uber money. So, like, y'all, come on, y'all. And they're like, okay. So, like, Zai goes, and she opens the window, and everyone's like, the fuck? And they're like, oh my god. This one girl was behind us, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so ratchet. And I looked at her, and I was just like, bitch, like, your whole outfit and your whole entourage is ratchet. Like, they were really, like, they were loud too, and it was annoying. And I was just like, when I mean loud, they were like, I'm not gonna say ghetto, because ghetto's like not even they were just obnoxious. And I was just like, you guys sound like bootleg versions of Jersey Shore. Like, shut up. And so we get in, like, through the thing. But, like, what they didn't tell us was that the party was on one side of the house, and then there's the juice was behind, and then there was, like, a whole nother room. And we were in the room where there was no party, and everyone was just chilling and smoking and, like, making out. I'm just like, this is so cool. And, like, keep in mind, this is my little freshman life. I was like, this is so lit. Like, this is so cool. And then, you know, they were playing my songs. And I was, like, you know, twerking. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, so I didn't really care. But the story gets good because I try to get to the other side, right? And this one guy was like, hey, I was just in here. And, like, the guy was like, no, man. Like, we're overcapacitated or whatever. And you need to, like, stop. And so there was, like, Q dogs there too, but they're not even from our school. And this one guy was like, yeah, you need to chill out, son. And he was like, don't call me son. And I was like, ooh, they about to fight. And, like, I was pressed against this one iota, but he wasn't from our school. And then this other Kappa, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm getting pushed and felt up, and this one guy was like, hey baby. I was like, no, do not touch me, like, you will get socked in the face, bruh. And they started fighting, and then I get pushed into the party, and I was like, okay. And then I see Zai, and I was like, Zai, like, come on, like, we need to go, like, this. She was like, find Brooke, and I was like, Brooke, let's go. And then, like, places, like, people from Virginia, and then people from DC started fighting. And then Zai, she's from DC, so she was like, oh, hell no, that's my brother. And I was like, she started, like, boxing. And I was like, oh, hell no. If one of y'all motherfuckers touch me, you gonna get your ass kicked. And I'm not the one. I'm not the fucking one. And so they start fighting in the tussle. And then they go out. And then they break up. The party breaks up. And lights on. And then you hear pop, pop, pop. Oh, when I tell you, I dropped my drink and ran out. Like, I ran out. And then you hear more shots, but they're shooting in the air. And, bruh, like, when I tell you it was crazy, everyone dropped, took off, and they shot again, and I fell. And I fell against a car. And then this one dude fell on top of me. I was like, get off me, get off me. And then we get there, and I'm, like, lost, and I'm disoriented.